Hello, bonjour, namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, and sasriyakal. Welcome to all of you to the another session of Short Talks with Nexus Recruiters. Today we have an amazing speaker with us who is a professional chartered accountant with hands-on experience in business analysis, product management, project management, and working as a business analysis and project manager at Nova Scotia Community College. She is also a proud co-founder at Pranoff Consulting. She is a passionate coach, mentor, and have immense drive to help one another. So let's welcome Oge. Hi Oge, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Okay, could you please introduce yourself for our audience?
Yeah, like you mentioned, my name is Oge Nwachukwu. I would describe myself as a facilitator of value. I facilitate value. I help organizations create and deliver value. I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I've done business analysis. I've been in the business analysis, project management, and organizational change management space for over 13 years. And I've worked across different domains and industry. I love what I do. And over time, I've seen myself helping people start careers in this area. That's long and short about me for now.
I see you're really passionate about helping one another. I've seen lots of your LinkedIn posts and other stuff you're doing. Thank you for doing that.
So today, let's start the conversation with an understanding of what business analysis is all about, and then we can continue down with other information associated. So I describe, I have just this picture to tell the story of what business analysis is all about, and just to keep it simple for anybody out there that is interested in starting a career and they've seen so many informations and they're overwhelmed. So let's keep it simple here. So business analysis is all about, I'll take the IIBA description, the definition of business analysis. It is a practice of enabling change in an enterprise. You define the needs, you recommend solutions so that you are able to deliver value to stakeholders. I'll just use this picture to tell the story. So you have the organization here, and most organizations have need. I would say every organizations do have need, because organizations exist to meet the needs of customers, of stakeholders out there, whether it's a government organization, whether it's private, not-for-profit. Organizations do exist to meet needs of their stakeholders. So the act or the practice of business analysis is that practice of enabling that change. And at the end of the day, when you're involved in various business analysis activities, you are able to create or deliver valuable solutions to your stakeholders, and you keep your stakeholders happy at the end of the day. So basically, business analysis is all about why the organizations are in existence. And I would call it, another word I could use is to say, it's basically an approach, a process, because organizations do business analysis. That is what they do every day when they resume at work. So, but let's look at it from a very defined methodology. So it's a process where you ensure you are delivering value consistently. You've been able to define a framework so that you are able to deliver consistent value to your stakeholders. I will define business analysis as a mindset. It is a way of life. So having defined business analysis, let's quickly look at who then is a business analyst. Again, I will start with the BABOK, the IIBA BABOK's definition of who a business analyst is. So a business analyst is any person that performs business analysis tasks, no matter their job title. And this is the part I love about this definition. It doesn't matter what they are called, as long as they perform business analysis tasks within an enterprise, they are business analysts. So this definition, I'll break it down to two. What you do matters. What you are called is irrelevant here. Is what you do that is important. Let's also look at just a screen from the IIBA report, 2021 report. So it looked at all the IIBA usually conducts a survey every year to get the feedback of what's happening in the business analysis profession across the world. And part of the respondents for this year, this is 2021 report. So 45% of the respondents reported to have business analyst in their job title. However, we have over 65% of the global respondents who do not have the title business analyst, but they actually do perform business analysis work. So this is just to let you know that you might be performing, you might be a BA, but you don't know it because they don't call you a business analyst. In your organization, you're actually performing business analysis tasks, may perhaps randomly in an informal way, but you are actually performing business analysis. Let's just look quickly at the industry common job titles, people that perform business analysis tasks in a structured way, in a defined methodology, what they are called. Some of them are called enterprise architects, data analysts, operation support analysts. You have functional analysts. These are there are so many titles out there which cannot be fitted in this presentation slide, but they do perform business analysis task and activity. And so if we judge by the standard of the BABOK that says anyone that performs business analysis task is a business analyst, this list is, we can't even cover all the lists in this presentation, or maybe a book, a very lengthy book might cover all that. So let's look at some of those for some of our audience that will be watching this video and they are wondering, okay, so what are those business analysis tasks that the IIBA mentioned? Let me check if this is what I'm doing currently, and so that I'm really sure, I'm convinced that I'm doing business analysis. So according to the BABOK again, so let's look at some of the things a typical BA would do. A typical BA would, this is just a high level summary. There are so many. You can, by the time we begin to unpack each of these tasks, you would see so many things, but let's keep it high level for the sake of this presentation. So business analysts do elicit stakeholders' need. They discover, they synthesize, they analyze information from various sources within the enterprise. They use different tools and processes. They use methodologies. They use framework to guide their work. They facilitate collaboration. They analyze needs and solutions. They try to understand problems. They try to perform what is called the root cause analysis before profiling solutions. They collaborate with stakeholders. They drive and they enable changes. For somebody that is in the business analysis practice, this lingo might sit down well with you, right? But for someone that does not do business analysis, that has never done business analysis and is still wondering, am I sure I'm a business analyst? Let's look at another slide here. So to keep it simple, I would say a business analyst is any person, anyone that facilitates the creation or the delivery of value to stakeholders, whether internal stakeholders or external stakeholders. Now, there are so many tasks that are performed across domains, across industry that I cannot begin to list here, but let us focus on, you're an individual, you work within an organization, you are still not sure if you are a business analyst because probably the task you perform were not part of what I listed in the previous slide, and you're wondering, where do I fit in here? So let's look at, let's focus. I'm going to share this slide. In this slide, let's remember my definition to keep it simple. The BA is anyone that facilitates the creation or the delivery of value. Now, business analysis, we'll begin to list all the business analysis task and activity. We won't leave here today. So let's forget about the list and focus on the outcome. For every time you engage in an activity or task and you are able, and the resulting outcome is a reduced cost, you are able to increase revenue, you are able to reduce block revenue leakages. You are able to help the organization improve productivity. You are able to increase customer satisfaction. You are able to increase the retention of customers. You're able to improve productivity. You're able to reduce turnaround time. So think of those activities you engage within your organization, and at the end of the day, the resulting effect, the outcome of those activities are any of these items I've listed here in the boxes. You involve in designing and launching a new product, whatever you are engaged on, the end result is to improve an existing product. The end result is to implement a new technology solution. Then you are a business analyst. I would call you an unrecognized business analyst, because right now you carry out these tasks and activities, but you do not use, you are not guided by the BABOK, by the task or the way the BABOK has defined you should do business analysis. You are not guided by some tested and trusted framework or methodology, but you do this all the same, and then you end up achieving those outcomes. You are a business analyst, and I will call you an unrecognized business analyst. So let's keep this and continue. So in this the next question here is, where is business analysis practiced? That's another question. Somebody will be like, okay, now I know I'm a BA. So where do I apply? Which organizations should I look to? Where can I get a job as a BA? And I'll tell you, everywhere, anywhere, because like I started out, every organization is in the business of meeting need. And as a BA, you just need to step up and help them use a structured approach to meet those needs, to identify those needs, to define it, to be able to profile solution options and be able to move them from the current state of understanding the needs. And again, here, let me back up a bit. The needs can actually be a problem. It can be an opportunity. Organizations are trying to solve one problems for their customers. They're also trying to solve internal problems. And they're also trying to take advantage of opportunities in the marketplace. So a business analyst can fit in anywhere and perform this organization and perform this business analysis task. So, and business analysis is performed across all the spectrum of the organization, up everywhere. Like from this is the image you are looking at here. It's the business. It's from the BizBook, the business, a body that supervises, that guides the practice of business architecture. So this image describes the component of the organization. Business analysis is practiced across board everywhere within organization. There is no barriers, there is no boundaries. You practice business analysis at the strategic level, at the tactical level, at the operational level within organizations. So let's also look at the IIBA report from last year showing where business analysis is practiced. So you have people in the private sector, in the public sector, in the not-for-profit. You have BAs in big organizations and in small organizations. And what am I trying to reiterate here? Business analysis is practiced everywhere. Look at the industries where business analysis, top industries that employ business analysis professional. You have the information technology industry, you have the banking and finance and insurance, you have the consulting professional services. Basically, you see the consultants are coming to solve problems within organizations. What they do is to apply business analysis framework, business analysis process in solving the problems of the organizations. So you also have business analysis practice in government, in healthcare and pharmaceuticals. So this image here just tells you again that you can practice business analysis in any domain: manufacturing, healthcare, investment, insurance. You can practice business analysis even within emerging technologies today, platforms. You have ServiceNow, Salesforce. And there is a big demand for business analysts that know how to use these tools and technology that can help the organization deploy these tools and technology for users, for clients, and help them support these applications too. You have them practicing in the cybersecurity space, data analytics, business intelligence, machine learning. So the BA business analysis activity can be practiced anywhere. You can get a job as a business analyst anywhere. So let's talk a bit about why do we even need business analysis in the first place? And we'll look at it from two perspectives. First, from the organization point of view, and then from an individual point of view. Why do organizations need business analysts? They need business analysts because they want someone that would apply systems thinking. The organization, a business organization is, how would I call it? Is made up of many moving parts. And you don't want to solve problems in isolation. You don't want to solve one problem here and create another one here. So you need somebody that would have a holistic view, that would apply system thinking, the big picture thinking to solving a problem. You are solving a problem in sales and marketing. You want to make sure it's not impacting negatively the operations team. You want to make sure you have all stakeholders on the table to discuss and agree on a solution that works for everyone, and of course adds value to the organization. You don't want to solve symptoms. You want to solve the root cause of problem. You get a customer call, the customer calls in to say, oh, I have this charge on my account. You're not just quick to reverse the charge. You want to drill down to understand why did the charge happen in the first place and take care of that underlying problem, not just the symptoms of the problem. You want a business analyst is also, like I said, a facilitator of value. The business analyst on her own or on his own cannot create value, cannot deliver value. He has to collaborate with the technology team, with the business team, to be able to understand and facilitate that value delivery. So these are the reasons why, some of the reasons why we need why organizations have need for business analysts. And they want to make sure that they are in their investment in initiatives, they have consistent outcome in the initiative they invest money into. So they need BAs to help apply that framework, those methodology that would help ensure that consistent outcome. And now for an individual, why should you consider a career in business analysis? A LinkedIn report looking at areas where employees with skills, where people should upgrade their upskill what employers are looking for out there, show that the business analysis made the most significant jump in the year 2020 of every other skill. You see, there's blockchain, there's cloud computing, there's analytical reasoning, which is one of the attributes a BA should have. But you see the business analysis skill jumped 10 steps coming up there. So it is in high demand. It's in high demand. Let's quickly take a look at some of the salaries of BA across different countries in the world. So we have in the US, in North America, in the US, you have business analysis professional earning up to 108,000 USD. In Canada, and this is just the average, right? It could be, there are people that earn way more than that. In Canada, you have about 96,000 Canadian dollars, an average business analyst earning. Let's look at the numbers from Europe. We have from the UK, we have 56,000, about 57,000 pounds. And from Australia, we have approximately about 128,000 Australian dollars. So I don't know if anyone is still asking why I should start a career in business analysis. It's a well sought after skill and it's highly paid for. And there's no risk of machine taking over your job because it's a highly critical thinking, problem solving skills you need to bring to the table to be able to perform well on the job. So now, the next question is, how do one start a career in business analysis? So I have just a very quick picture to paint here. So remember, we looked at business analysis activities and who performs it and who a BA is. And we're able to establish a fact that most people do perform business analysis activity, but they do not even know it. They perform business analysis activity, but they do not know it. And then I described them as unrecognized business analysts. So it's just very easy. So the next thing now is for you to be transitioned to a recognized business analyst. And what do you really need? It's just training. coaching. You need to learn, you need to get some knowledge, you need to get some skills, you need to build some competence. That is all you need, because you are actually performing business analysis, activities and tasks, but informally, without core BA knowledge and skills, without knowledge of the tools and technologies that a typical BA would use, without knowledge of frameworks that a typical BA would use in performing their work. So basically, starting your career just means you moving from the unrecognized BA bucket to the recognized BA bucket. A very common, I have a spiritual mentor that will say something that a person is ordinary until trained. So you are an ordinary person until you are trained to become a business analysis professional. So let's look at it. I have about just 6 steps I would recommend you take to start your career in business analysis. First of all, get the right mindset. Tell yourself this is really what you want to do. Overcome self-doubt and ask questions. Reach out to people that have walked that road to understand exactly what it means. There are so many myths out there about the business analysis profession that is necessarily not true. So get answers from the right sources. And then the next step is for you to then perform what I will call the competency assessment. We've established that you do have some existing skills, some existing knowledge, but now we want to confirm. You want to do a benchmark. You want to do an analysis. You could call it a SWOT analysis, and you are trying to benchmark your existing skill to what are the skills a BA should have. So you do that. You articulate your skills. You understand what the gaps are, and then you make out plans to close those gaps. So the next is to get a coach and a mentor. To get a coach and a mentor, and then you get trained. When you get a coach and a mentor that would guide you through the process, don't try to do it alone. It will take you a long time. Coaches and mentors are there to reduce your journey. They are there to show you the path that has worked well and to avoid pitfalls. So try to get a coach or a mentor. It might mean sometimes you might be lucky to get somebody that is willing to do it free for you, or sometimes you might have to invest to do it, but I assure you it's worth every bit of it. Get the right training. There are different types of training out there for business analysis. It could be a certification training. It could be a one-off tool or technique training. But if you're starting out a business analysis career, I would recommend you get what I would describe as a job readiness training. It trains you on skills, on competencies, on processes, on very common techniques you would use day to day. You won't learn all about business analysis in the space of, say, 3 months, 6 months. The life of a business analyst is a life. You have to be a lifelong learner. You continue to learn. So get a job readiness training that prepares you to be competent to start a job in business analysis. And then if you can, get certification. The IIBA offers different certifications. For business analysis professions, there are 3 levels. You could decide to start with the entry-level business analysis certification, just to show recruiters or hiring managers out there that you have the knowledge and you have the skills to start out a business analysis role. And then you can start job hunting. You don't have to wait until you get certified to start looking for jobs. You can actually start once you have completed your training and you are practicing what you have learned. Don't stop learning after the training, you continue learning. Now, you have to apply different job search strategies to get that job. So I'll move quickly to the last set of slides, which talks about how do I get business analysis experience? Because I'm new, I just left college, or I've never done business analysis. I've worked as a customer service person. How do I start a career in business analysis? So you can start with volunteering, reach out to your network, ask for suggestions on where you can volunteer to apply what you have learned from your training. You must have learned some skills. You just want to be able to fine tune it, to refine it through the course of volunteering. Join a local IIBA chapter and be active, participate actively. They do have activities that can actually help you build your skills as a business analyst. Another tip I would recommend is that if you have already undergone a business analysis training, Most likely you would have performed a capstone project or some case study during the course of the training. Repeat those case studies, go over them again, repeat them again, practice them again, and you realize that the more you repeat it, the more you get better at it. You would have done it the first time during the class setting. Take time, go over it again, perform, model those processes, those use case diagrams, those user stories, repeat them again, and you see you are getting better. Practice makes perfect. Now, the last one I will share, and this works very, very well. If you are working in any role and you are taking this training, immediately you learn, apply what you are learning on your current job. Don't wait until you get that business analysis role. Begin to apply it in your current job. You'll be shocked that you could even create a business analysis role in that organization. You don't even have to look elsewhere, right? Because of your hiring, your bosses begin to see the changes. They see the quality in your work. They see there's a new approach. There's a method to the way you work, and that would catch their attention. But aside from that, so apply what you are learning. Try to model the process of your department, your business unit. Pick up, interview people, talk to people, model the process, share it with your boss to get some feedback. It could even become a very valuable artifact that your boss would use for onboarding purposes for any new person joining the team. And I'm sure that is a lot of value to add to your team. Model the organization, the structure of the organization. Try to understand who the stakeholders are, where they are. Pick one process or even an initiative you're working on and perform a stakeholder analysis. So you see here, you are trying to apply those business analysis techniques you've learned, the knowledge you've acquired, you're trying to apply it in real life scenario, and that makes you better. If you use a technology tool at work, try to document the use cases for that tool. Go beyond yourself, talk to other users of the tool and understand how they use it and document the use case for that tool. We all use mobile apps, right? We have a lot of apps on our phone. Why don't you try draw some mock-ups, some prototypes of different application on Figma? You are improving your skills, your prototyping skills in doing that. You don't have to wait for anybody to teach you. You can open your mobile banking app and try to replicate the screens on your mobile banking app. You are getting better as you do that. Somebody may say, I'm not working, I'm at home. And what I can tell you to do is, even as something as simple as your meal preparation process, document, model that process, how you prepare a meal, the steps you take, the first step, the second step, model the process. In that way, your modeling skills, you are getting better. You don't have a technology tool you use at home, right? But you have electronic gadgets you use in your kitchen. Why don't you document a use case for that gadget? For example, I use my oven for air frying. I use it to bake. I use it to cook. Those are different use cases for my oven. And of course, I use it for different things. So you can even be creative. You can even look out around the house. What's this thing that keeps giving me issues? What are the frequently occurring issues around the house? And then you begin to perform a root cause analysis to understand why these things keep performing, and you are trying to find solutions, lasting solutions to it so that it doesn't recur again. So I hope these few tips I've shared can help you. You don't have to wait until you get the job to begin to apply these your skills to get more experience. You can actually do it on your own. If you have a mentor, reach out to your mentor when you do these things, get feedback from them, and and continue to grow your skills while you are waiting for that opportunity. And of course, you are actively job hunting while you are doing this, right? And most importantly, when you are during your learning process, during your practicing of all these skills, you are building what I call a business analysis portfolio. Very important. So you are modeling processes, you are documenting use cases, you are preparing meeting agendas for your meeting, you are preparing minutes. I wouldn't know, those are confidential documents. I wouldn't recommend you share, but non-confidential documents, you come up with a fictitious process, you document. You could actually put them together and share this with hiring managers and recruiters, not confidential documents or confidential information of organizations, right? Put them together, the mock-ups you've designed, the processes you've modeled, processes around your house, and share it with with recruiters, with hiring managers, just to demonstrate that you've grown this skill, that you have these skills they are looking out for in organizations. I would rest my case at this point and take more questions from Sneha. Thank you, Sneha.
Thank you, Oge, for the wonderful presentation. I believe now all the unrecognized BAs would be able to have enough knowledge and required information to be a successful business analyst, right?
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for, you guys? Please start finding your mentors. Yes, Oge will be happy to connect with you. I'll be sharing her LinkedIn profile. Anytime you can connect with her, she'll be more than happy to help. Right, Oge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Oge, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you all the viewers who have been constantly connecting with us. Hope this small presentation, small initiative helps you to get a successful career in your